Glitch Productions file lawsuit over counterfeit merch.
Honestly good. I have no clue what they can realistically get out of this filing, but I wish them the best.
Good on them. Too many creators have their stuff stolen by slop shops. Hopefully Glitch can drive them into the dirt.
I hope they succeed, but those are some pretty tough opponents. Alibaba and Temu being the hardest to go after, I imagine.
Wherefore, Glitch prays for judgment against defendants as follows: that defendants account for and pay to Glitch all profits realized by those defendants. In the alternative, that Glitch be awarded statutory damages of $2 million.
Ooh, Palm is going after the bootleggers. Good morning, everyone. Get ready for a fine assault video this Sunday. Now, I'm going to be completely frank with all of you, okay? I'm a 27-year-old man. I don't care about animation on YouTube that appeal to kids. I of course know about the big ones like the amazing digital circus, but apart from that, yeah, it's not my forte. But today's video, I'll be talking about it for a bit because I've just seen some crazy news come out involving the series, or to be more specific, involving the creators behind it, Glitch Productions. Essentially, they've been appalled by the massive influx of counterfeit merch and infringements on the trademarks, so much so that I actually filed a lawsuit earlier this April. And by the way, real quick, please remind yourself of how massive the series is, because then you understand how big the fanbase is and how badly counterfeiters want to milk it for money, which will motivate the creators to file this lawsuit and say, hey, you better stop that and pay us all your profits, or just outright give us $2 million for every single time you infringe on our trademark. And yeah, I'll get into it later in the video. So the way I heard about this was from this article, Anime Corner, pretty gay name, whatever, and they said, we'll continue, or they quote first, sorry, will continue to suffer irreparable harm. The Amazing Digital Circus producers filed a lawsuit over counterfeit merch, trademark infringement, and they said, on April 7th, Glitch Productions filed a lawsuit in the US District Court for the Northern District of Indiana regarding willful trademark infringement of its Amazing Digital Circus animated IP. It accuses defendants of using platforms, which likely include Amazon, Walmart, Temu, and Alibaba, to sell counterfeit goods. Glitch requests for a court to block them from doing so, for the platforms to immediately cease advertising the goods, and for the defendants to pay all the profits from the operation, and up to 3 times the profits gained from the counterfeiting damages. Alternatively, Glitch requests up to $2 million for each infringement of its trademarks. Because I guess, like, this alternative is, like the actual threat, and they actually want, for the profit to be paid. Because if they don't, $2 million for every single infringement would be, the much clearer, much worse outcome. Filings also confirm that Glitch is a whatever, I don't care about this part. In the meantime, Glitch's The Amazing Digital Circus lawsuit requests that a judge grant a temporary restraining order to immediately prevent the defendants from using any of its trademarks and to freeze their assets. It also asks the court to grant expedited discovery to discover the defendants' bank and payment system accounts. It wants to do so ex parte and attempts to persuade the judge by using its previous successful bid for a sealed court order from February 7, 2025 against 157 entities. See here, I think this is for a lawsuit, about the other series called Murder Drones. Yeah, this one, I have no idea about that one, but whatever. So they have some experience in this, I believe. This was filed through the Northern District of Illinois. Glitch argued that without the sealed restraining order, defendants may disregard their responsibilities and fraudulently transfer financial assets to overseas accounts before restraint is ordered. This temporary restraining order was granted on April 11th and will remain in effect for 14 days. So that's it, my god. And you scroll down, they pad out the article, they pad out the article with more info about the series. The Amazing Digital Circus formally debuted with a pilot episode on YouTube in 2023. Okay, I don't really care, but whatever. And anyways, down here they have the source, the actual court order. My god. I'll go over the parts I found the most interesting and I'll read from them, because most documents, like this one, are quite boring, but the real gold parts are really, really good. Like I said before, the article, they don't really have one seller to go after. Mostly, like a huge network of people, that probably share a factory and then you resell it, on other platforms like Amazon or more commonly Alibaba. So it says here, Glitch Productions Pty Ltd versus the partnerships and unincorporated associations identified on Schedule A, whatever. And then go down to paragraph 3, this one, introduction. Glitch files case to prevent e-commerce store operators who trade upon glitch reputation and goodwill from further selling and or offering for the sale of unauthorized products. Defendants create e-commerce stores under one or more seller aliases and then advertise, offer for sale, and sell unauthorized products to unknowing consumers. E-commerce stores operating under seller aliases share identifiers such as design elements and similarities of the unauthorized products offered for sale, establishing that a logical relationship exists between them, and the defendant's counterfeiting operation arises out of the same transaction occurrence or series of transaction of occurrence. Defendants take advantage of a set of circumstances, including the anonymity and mass reach afforded by the internet and the cover afforded by international borders. So in layman's terms, in my opinion, they're running it from China, which makes sense. If you want the cheapest dog shit merch that's bootlegs, get from China, clearly. To violate Glitch's intellectual property rights with impunity, defendants attempt to avoid liability by operating under one or more seller aliases to conceal their identities, locations, and the full scope of an interworking of the counterfeiting operation. And if fast forward to this third section, it says the parties. And this part, my god, it was boring because they give a description about Glitch, the Glitch Productions, and that makes sense. But then they explain the story of the Amazing Digital Circus. Like, look, the Amazing Digital Circus, created by Gooseworks, follows a cast of amnesiac humans that are trapped in the digital toy-like avatar bodies which inhabit the digital circus. Imagine being a judge reading this out loud in a court. This would make no sense. Wait. One character, Kane, the supposed ringmaster of the digital world, thinks of a random task which seem menial on the surface, but end up being life-threatening in the end. Wow, dude, I might watching it in my free time. Sounds great. And there you go. They have proof of the trademarks. 1, 2, and 3, about, selling graphic design, printed comic books, printed manga comic, that sounds so sick, printed storybooks, all that stuff. And then going back down to 17, I believe, was another good part. Defendants are unknown individuals and business entities who own and or operate one or more of the e-commerce stores under the seller aliases identified on Schedule A and or other seller aliases not yet known to Glitch. On information belief, defendants reside and or operate in foreign jurisdictions, again probably China, and redistribute products from the same or similar sources in those locations. Defendants have the capacity to be sued pursuant to federal rules of civil procedure. On information belief, defendants, either individually or jointly, operate one or more e-commerce stores under the seller aliases listed in Schedule A attached here too. Tactics used by defendants used to conceal their identities and the full scope of the operation to make it virtually impossible for Glitch to learn defendants' true identities and the exact interworking of the counterfeit network. If defendants provide additional credible information regarding their identities, Glitch will take appropriate steps to amend the complaint. Oh my god, yeah, these parts as well. From paragraph 19 to 20 and 21 maybe as well, they make no sense. So they go being like, oh my god, Glitch Productions, we have like really high quality standards. They go from that to being like, oh my god, these counterfeits, they're really, dog shit, and they hurt the US job economy. For whatever reason. I mean, I believe that part, but like, I don't see how a judge would be like, oh my god, these poor bastards, we must stop them out. I mean, I'm a complete moron, right? But like this section, it just feels like fluff. If I was a lawyer, I'd just be like, hey, listen, it's very simple. They're infringing on our trademark and they're selling without permission. Stop that, please. At least, in this market. Because like, look at this part. Because counterfeit products sold by offshore online counterfeiters do not enter normal retail distribution channels, the US economy lost an estimated 300,000 or more full-time jobs in the wholesale and retail sector alone in 2020. I mean, that sounds bad, but also, that was in 2020, during COVID. And also, what does that have to do with the Amazing Digital Circus or Pomni at all? And then to fast forward to count 1, that was another part that was interesting. And there we go. Trademark infringement and counterfeiting. Glitch hereby realleges and incorporates by reference the allegations set forth in the preceding paragraphs. This is a trademark infringement action against defendants based on the unauthorized use in commerce of counterfeit imitation of the Glitch trademarks in connection with sale, offering for sale, distribution, and advertising for infringing goods. The Glitch trademarks are highly distinctive marks. Consumers have come to expect the highest quality from Glitch products offered, sold, or marketed marketed under the Glitch trademarks. So, just being like, hey, these people selling bootlegs, they're making a bad image for our actual good quality products. Just saying. Defendants have sold, offered to sell, marketed, distributed, and advertised, and are still selling, offering to sell, marketing, distributing, and advertising products using counterfeit reproductions of the Glitch trademarks without Glitch's permission. And then fast forward to count 2, false designation of origin. Glitch hereby re-alleges and incorporates by reference the allegations set forth in the preceding paragraphs. Defendants' promotion, marketing, offering for sale, and sale of unauthorized product has created and is creating a likelihood of confusion, mistake, and deception among the general public as to the affiliation, connection, association with Glitch or the origin, sponsorship, or approval of the unauthorized products by Glitch. Just, speaking again, on the same terms, once again, repeating it. And then finally, this last section, pray for relief. Wherefore, Glitch prays for judgment against defendants as follows. As in this one, just saying, number 1, just saying them, hey, stop selling our shit. And then number 3, 3 and 4 were the real good parts. That defendants account for and pay to Glitch all profits realized by those defendants by reason of those defendants' unlawful acts herein alleged, and that the amount of damages for infringement of the Glitch trademarks be increased by a sum not exceeding 3 times the amount thereof is provided by 15 whatever. And that's all true. So they want the profits, and on top they want triple that amount for the damages. My god, I mean, if you can do it, go right ahead, but you probably won't ever see that money from random sellers in China. I think it's more like you'd be a slap on the wrist, to be like, don't sell our shit, otherwise we'll sue you, whatever. And there's the last one, the real threat, number 4, in the alternative, that they don't do it, that Glitch be awarded statutory damages for willful trademark counterfeiting of $2 million for each, not just, from one person, one seller, but for every single use of the Glitch trademarks. So every time, they fucked up, they pay $2 million on top of that. Holy shit. So there you have it, my god. Now, me personally, I ain't a lawyer, but this document makes sense, if you sell random bootlegs, in the US market, yeah, you will be sued. And in this case, I feel like they would win. And so I'll finish the video by reading people's reactions to this, because this is crazy, this is insane. Honestly, good. The amount of low-effort grifters that, this one made no sense, I even commented below this. Honestly, good. The amount of low-effort grifters that have appropriated amazing digital circus and twisted it into content slop to feed into AI algorithm that pumped into mindless children's content is astronomical. I have no clue what they can realistically get out of this filing by wishing the best. I just said below it, I don't think the lawsuit's going after those content farms, just the bootleggers that sell low quality counterfeits. Regardless, it's a step in the right direction. What a nothing statement, whatever. Good on them. Too many creators have their stuff stolen by slop shops. I had a friend have one of the drawings stolen for a bunch of mouse pads. Hopefully Glitch can drive them into the dirt. Fair enough, Wait, so they stole one design for a mouse pad and you want to be driven to dirt. My god, whatever. I hope they succeed, but those are some pretty tough opponents. Alibaba or AliExpress and Temu being the hardest to go after, I imagine. I don't think they're going directly after the platforms themselves, but the people using the platforms to peddle bootlegs. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, bro, no diss to Glitch Productions, but they could not fucking fight Alibaba. So yeah, I think they're going after the smaller people, the sellers on there, as opposed to the multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah, that's not happening in this situation. But yeah, apart from that, I wish Glitch Productions the best in the lawsuit, because I haven't seen any bootlegs myself, of Pomni or Digital Circus. But yeah, I imagine if I did, it'd be so dog shit. I'd be like, oh my god, this has to be stopped right now. But yeah, with all that said, I'll catch all of y'all in the next video. Love you guys.